A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. And just before I get to the India versus England Test Match Day 3, New Zealand have been clean swept in the Chapel Hadley T20I series against Australia. Just now, Australia have beaten New Zealand by 27 runs thanks to the DLS method. It was a very stop start kind of a day in Auckland where you had a lot of rain interruptions. Australia just batted over 10 overs. The match was reduced to 10 overs because rain consistently had a stop start kind of a play. And after that, New Zealand had to chase a revised target. They lost by 27 runs. And because of this, Australia continued their winning ways. They had managed to beat the West Indies 2-1. Now they are beating New Zealand 3-0. And they'll be heading into the test matches that begin on February 29th high on confidence. But now, at this point, let us focus on the Ranchi Test match. The Ranchi Test match at this point is very, very poised in favor of England. 134 runs behind India with just 3 wickets remaining. And how big a deficit India will be staring, that will be determined in the first 1 hour. Yesterday, when you looked at it, it was very cloudy in Ranchi, and towards the evening time, there were showers predicted. But rain is forecast, but it is not forecast today and tomorrow. It is primarily on day 5. Day 5, with about 20% chances of thunderstorms, 67% chances of rain, you have a situation where day 5 might be impacted by rain. But is the test match heading into day 5? That is a different story altogether. Looking at the current situation, looking at the way how England play, looking at the way how test matches in India have gone on in the last couple of years, it's very rare that you will see a test match head into day 5. Even on truer pitches you saw in Vizag and Rajkot, the test match ended in 4 days. After this, whether India will head into the 5th day of the Ranchi test match, it remains to be seen. But looking at the pitch that is currently there, it is crumbling slowly. It is crumbling, and because of that, the accuracy that Shoaib Bashir generated, he didn't turn the ball much. The accuracy that he got, the variable bounce that he generated, ensured that he took 4 wickets and India are 7 down. Dhruv Jurel and Kuldeep Yadav have already strung a 42-run stand. How much can they get? That is the big question. If India can get a deficit of somewhere around 50 to 75, that will represent a very good fight back indeed. But if they don't and they get bowled out within the next 1 hour, then I think it is going to be a very uphill task for them to ensure that they save the test match. Even if England are bowled out for 150, then also you are potentially looking at a target in excess of 200, 230. And chasing in India in the 4th innings, there's a reason why you have not chased that many totals. And that is why it is a big situation. Paras Mamre, the bowling coach, stated that this is not a rank turner of a pitch. If you look at the deliveries closely, if you look at the test match very closely, you saw that Bashir wasn't getting prodigious turn. Hartley wasn't getting prodigious turn. It was the uneven bounce that was there on the pitch. Some deliveries kept through very low, but the accuracy that they maintained was next level. Jadeja getting out, you could point out that 5 batsmen threw their wicket away in the second day. Shubman Gill had a poor technique. Yashasvi Jaiswal was the one delivery that probably kept a lot low. He also made a technical judgment error, and that's why he was bowled. You look at even Sarfaraz Khan, poor shot. You look at Ravindra Jadeja, poor shot. Rohit Sharma undone by a bit of skill from the wicket that Jimmy Anderson had, angling in and just about straightening outside of off. But even you would say that is a problem that faces any top order batsman. Even Rohit Sharma is no exception to that. So, Bashir landing it on that crack, there is one crack around the good length area that's ensuring that the deliveries are staying low. And because of that, he's hitting it on a consistent basis. He's bowled 30 consecutive overs. Let us not make that mistake. I mean, fantastic effort from him. I mean, the world record for the most consecutive overs bowled, if memory serves me right, is in a first-class game in Peshawar. 62 overs were bowled consecutive. I don't remember the name of the bowler, but it happened in Peshawar. 62 consecutive overs were bowled by one particular bowler. If you have to look at India, it was Narendra Hirwani, who bowled, I think, 57 consecutive overs in 1990. And I think it was against England also. So, big problems there because Bashir is landing it on that crack. Today, you're going to see deterioration increase. Day 3, already there has been a lot of action on the wicket. There will be the light roller maybe. That will ensure that, okay, the pitch stays true for the first hour. And then after that, let's see how it goes. So, India will be looking to ensure that the deficit is erased to under 100. If it is somewhere near 50 to 75, it will represent a good fight back. Now, from the world of other sports, if you have to look at it, there was the FIH Pro League game that happened between India and Australia. Once again, the Kookaburras showed their mighty fighting spirit again. I mean, 2-1 they were trailing. Just in the fourth quarter, they equaled again 2-2. And in the penalty shootouts, they just were blanked 3-0 by Australia. So India kind of getting the wood over other teams, but against Australia, they have lost 2 games. They lost their first encounter 6-4 against them. They have lost 2-2 on penalties here. They lost to the Netherlands 4-2, but they had won the penalty shootouts also in the first game. So, very mixed bag kind of a Pro League in the Rourkela leg for India. Today, they are ending their home leg against Ireland. They may win that quite easily, but in the first game also, 1-0, it took them a big effort to get past Ireland. So, that's why after this, India directly play in May, where they will take on the likes of Belgium, Great Britain, and all in Europe. So, that will be a very, very important leg when you look at the FIH Pro League. So, lot of other sporting action that you'll be expecting is that one is the Pro League today. There are other sporting events also which may be coming up. We'll keep a close look on that. But as far as comments are concerned, Vineet Ambat is saying spinning tracks wherever strength. How have they changed to our weakness? Actually, if you look at it, Vineet, the kind of batsmanship that you have in display in this era, your batsmen are not technically equipped to play spin. That's the sad reality of it. That is why from spinning tracks, what used to be our strength, Indian batsmen in the eras before, say in the 90s, 2000s, they were bottom on an appetite of spin. Now, they are not bottom on an appetite of spin. And that's why you're seeing all the batters struggle against the spinners in this modern era. And also, too much of white ball cricket. I mean, T20I cricket, IPL cricket, ODIs are taken a backseat, but too much of a white ball cricket has ensured that yes, you don't have any other things. So that's why is England all too facing cleaning up the tail as they couldn't do it in the last game too. Yeah, I mean the tail has wagged for India luckily, and that's why they'll be hoping that they can do it all over again here as well. The tail didn't wag in Hyderabad, and that's why England won. So England will be hoping to get the 3 wickets as quickly as possible. And let's see how was that. It'll be hard for England and perfect time for Ashwin, but let's see how it goes because Ashwin's not had a good series. He's just not done well. I mean, 4 wicket hauls, he's hardly had a 4. I think his best haul is a 3 wicket haul, if I'm not mistaken, in the series. So that is why it's a big, big problem. But England, if they get a lead of over 100, it's a big advantage. Even if they're bowled out for 120, 130, chasing 230 is going to be a big task here. So Meher Saeed is asking, but should not rank turners give more advantage as bowling has been the deciding factor? See, India have not helped themselves by having poor technique against spin. All the others, Hartley, Bashir, you looked at it. If Leach was there, man, it would have been so hard. But Leach, unfortunately, is out because he has to undergo surgery. He suffered that injury in the first test, and that's why he's out for that. So that's the situation. The match has begun at this point. Let's see. It is cloudy conditions. So let's hope that England struggle to bowl the tail out and India can reduce the deficit to as quickly as they can. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Before I sign out, yes, in the WPL, there was a big, big result with Asha Shobana taking 5 wickets and RCB winning their first home game in the WPL. UP Warriors were cruising. They were cruising, but Asha Shobana picked up 3 wickets in 1 over and ensured that the game was in RCB's favor. They won by 2 runs by the barest of margins. But UP Warriors will be kicking themselves for choking at such a big level. So, WPL, Asha Shobana, first 2 games of the WPL, you've already seen blockbuster entertainment. And that's why good on India, good on the WPL that they've started well. Thank you so much, folks. And tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. Bye-bye.